What's up, plebheads? I'm Neil. I'm joined here tonight by my brother,
Jdog.
Time for a review for the Sekiro Shadows Die Twice Collector's Edition. Now, right off the bat, full game, 7-inch Shinobi statue, steelbook, collectible art book, map, digital soundtrack, replica game, coins. Okay. First of all, Jdog, forgetting everything that we've talked about, give me your appraisal for this collector's edition. What would you pay?
$100.
Yeah, I'm at the 120 price point.
I mean, you've got a $60 base game.
Yep.
Right.
You got to always remember that game is $60.
Yep, and I do. I always take that into consideration.
Yep.
Now, you see a lot of these collector's editions, ladies and gentlemen, coming in that $150 to $200 price range. You see the ridiculous collector's editions like Darksiders 3, $400.
Yep.
You know, some of these things are getting out of hand. Let's be honest.
Resident Evil 2,
you know,
$200.
And even for as excited as we are about Resident Evil 2, the actual game, I think $200 for what they're offering in the collector's edition is completely ridiculous.
It is.
So, you know, if you're going to go above the $100 mark on a collector's edition, I better get some really great physical pieces. Okay? And that's something I want to make a distinct, you know, contrast to, because I see a lot of games, you get the collector's edition, you get season pass, and you get a whole bunch of digital shit, right? Well, to me, the actual digital, like, skins and all that, $0 value. Okay, they don't change the gameplay. They don't allow for better gameplay or different gameplay.
Yeah,
they just look different. That is not worth anything. Okay,
not to me.
And all these, you know, digital art books, digital strategy guides, even digital soundtracks for the most part, to me, $0. Right? When I buy a collector's edition, and I put up big money for it, I'm talking $150 to $200, I better get some physical pieces. Okay? Now, a lot of collector's editions include the obligatory statue, right? You know, you range all different sizes. And that is something we like to get in our collector's editions, because Neo here is a pretty big figure collector.
Yes.
So we always look for quality on that. But when they start loading them up with, you know, all this digital stuff, we get a little bit concerned when they ask for a big money price point. So
now, big money to you again. That's in that high 120s, maybe $150, $175, $200 and up mark, right?
Yeah. When they start going $150 and more, I really start to scrutinize a little bit.
You better be giving me some cool shit.
So I wonder where this is priced at.
Well, let's first talk. First of all, we've got the full game, the 7-inch Shinobi statue. So that's a good figure. Like, it's not like this, but that's, well, you know, I go trout fishing all the time. There you go. That's how big it is. It's 7 inches.
So it's a little bit smaller than like the 12-inch Leon figure.
And,
and some of the bigger, maybe even in the Darksiders one where you're getting like the 12 to 13-inch figures. This is 7 inches, so
the Darksiders figures are all that same size.
Are they all 7s?
7 to 8 or 8.5. Yeah, none of them are in that 12 to 13-inch size.
I actually think the detail on the figure looks fairly decent.
Yeah, we're just looking at it from here, it's really nice. Really nice. I love what they're doing here. I think this is really cool. So you got to remember that you get the Steelbook, which, you know, most people are like, well, that's $10 or $15 right there.
Steelbooks, to me, I take them if they offer them.
You should get
in a collector's edition. You should get it.
Should always get it.
But I mean, it's not really a huge value thing for me.
Now I hear collectible art book, so I'm going to assume that's this right here.
Yeah,
and it looks like there's some size to that. You know, in that 7 to 8 inch height range, you can see it being compared to the figure here.
Yep.
So I gotta assume it's a decent size art book. You know, probably not huge.
I hope it's hardcover.
I do too.
It should be.
It should be. Yeah.
I always feel that collector's edition should err on the side of quality.
Yes. Let's talk about map. Looks like we have a cloth style map here, rolled up with some twine. It's not just a paper print, like a hard little square paper print. It looks like it's actually a piece of paper or a piece of tome that you can unfold. Pretty neat. I like that.
I think it's neat. I don't know about the utility of it, and I'm concerned it's going to be really small.
What would be really cool is if they had actual important locations that you could only see marked on that map.
That'd be neat.
That would be really cool, and I think that's what Collector's Edition should be doing. Looks like we do have a digital soundtrack. Okay, so hey, maybe a little bit of deterrence there, but at least they're giving you the soundtrack.
Yeah.
You don't have to go buy it separately, which I like that. Replica game coins, whether they're plastic or metal, you know, to me, this is kind of like the little miniature figures that they gave in the God of War Collector's Edition. I don't care so much about this, but it's a nice thing I can put on display around my figure.
Yeah.
With
yeah,
the map.
they're well,
It'd
again,
be a display piece.
we like physical pieces, but it's not probably. I wish it was 3 different things instead of 3 of the same.
Yeah.
But
Nice.
again, we'll have to kind of see. And again, I really hope they're going to be some sort of metal and not
Cheap
not plastic.
Yeah, that'd be disappointing. If they're metal, that'll be really cool.
So hard to say exactly.
So let's,
what we're gonna get.
Jdog, let's check this out. This is at GameStop. Let's see what they got for a price point on this. $89.99. Now, give me your thoughts on that $90 price point, Jdog.
We'll go down again so I can see it. Well, I said $100, and they're going 90. Maybe I just have my expectations set so high from how expensive most of these collector's editions have been. Honestly, at $90, I think I'm a buyer.
Well, we are.
You pre-ordered it?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually think I'm a buyer on this.
Yeah. $90 is a solid price point on this. I like that a lot.
Let me take
like
a look
that.
at it again. So basically, you're paying $30 for what? You're paying $30 for the
Figure, the map, steelbook, art book, soundtrack, coins. The figure's $30.
I mean,
Everything else
it looks
is
like a
everything else at
pretty
that point is
detailed-
just a throw-in.
It looks like a pretty detailed figure.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a piece of shit.
So I like the pose on it. I like the weapon.
I do too.
I'm a buyer on this one, guys. Believe this or not. Usually I say no on the collector's editions. I think they're overpriced.
Yeah.
This actually looks like it's worth the money.
Yeah, this definitely is not the Estus Flask edition from Dark Souls.
No, this gets my blessing.
Yeah, this definitely a thumbs up. You know, Jdog, we talk about this all the time. Price is
What you pay,
value is.
what you get.
Let's talk about value here. $60 game. You have to do that for $60.
Well,
the
especially
game.
if you're like us and you are day one-ing this, which
Yes,
we are. We
yes.
really like what we see from this game.
So-
So we are $60 committed to this right away.
So-
So it's always just hold on. That's a very important distinction to make. If you're saying, well, I'm going to wait till this is a $20 game, then your thought here might be different.
Yeah.
But for us, with the day one $60 price point, we're on this. We're sold on this.
Yeah,
We're going to buy it.
Day one, no matter what.
So for us, it's only a $30 jump to go to this collector's edition. And what we see here, figure, art book, soundtrack. Yes, it's digital, but it's still a soundtrack. I mean, at most or at best, you're going to get a digital soundtrack. What, $5?
5 to
On
10.
sale,
5 to 10
5
is what they go for. Yeah.
So you got 5 or 10 right there. The art book looks pretty decent. I'm hoping it's a hardcover book. The figure, you're looking at maybe paying about what, 15 to 20 for that figure? That's probably worthwhile.
Yeah. So let's think about it like this. $60 of that $89.99 is the game. For $29.99, you get the figure, the art book, the soundtrack, the coins, the map. I mean, I was
I'm
blown away when I saw that price. I'm like, that's usually $129.99.
Yeah, I'm a buyer on that. That is a value, right? That's a nice package for $90, with a lot of extras to make it kind of round out the experience, especially if you're kind of a big From Software fan, a big fan of what they're doing here, which we are. This is worthwhile, believe it or not. Yeah, I'm actually surprised. This gets my blessing. I like what I see here. You figure you get to have the nice steelbook case, which again adds some value to it. And that figure looks pretty great.
Yeah.
So
I'm in agreement with you on this. I support this, and I would advise anyone looking for this collector's edition wondering, is this really worth it? $89.99, I think it is.
so do I. And I will be interested to do an unboxing of this one.
You know it's going to happen.
And to see, if our expectations are met or if it's kind of a letdown. It looks like it's going to be good.
$89.99 here. Let's look at this for just a second. We're not going to review this one again. We've done that already. But let's look at the Resident Evil 2 Collector's Edition. So in this box, you get
The full game,
Full game.
$60. $60 game.
Special deluxe packaging, which we don't give a shit about.
So that's not Steelbook, or it is Steelbook?
I have no idea.
So we don't even know if we're getting
I
a Steelbook.
think the deluxe edition is Steelbook.
Okay.
I think. Don't quote me.
All right.
DLC pack, which is costumes and a couple weapons.
All right, so we get the zero value
The DLC pack, yep.
costume stuff.
So the Leon figure, 12-inch figure of Leon in his
good
first
figure.
stage form. That's a cool looking figure. I'll give him some credit for that. That's like a $60, $70 figure. Ben's File art book. So this is an art book from,
So we're getting
from
an
Ben
art book.
Bertolucci. Yep. The digital soundtrack.
Digital soundtrack.
And a renovation poster for Resident Evil 2, turning it into a museum.
Okay.
So, but that's $199.99 for the poster, the digital card, the digital soundtrack, the box, the art book, and the figure, and of course the game.
So
$199.
So on that, you have an extra $130 you're committing to it, basically. Or I'm sorry, an extra $140. Excuse me, $140 that you're committing for that. Here, you're only committing $30 more, and you're getting a figure. Yes, it's a smaller figure, but you are getting a figure. You're getting steelbook packaging. You're getting a digital soundtrack. You're getting a map or a poster, right? And you're getting an art book. So
And you're getting the coins.
Yeah, so you're getting almost the same exact amount of stuff here for $30 more.
I mean, you know, I would have rather paid $149.99 for this and gotten a digital DLC card so I get some different costumes for this guy, make him look a little different.
No, I'm
I'll see
not.
myself
I'm not
out.
willing to pay for DLC costumes.
No, I'm not either.
And so you look at the value here, and maybe this is a new IP, right? So you don't have the history, you don't have the hype behind this as much as you do for Resident Evil. Even though I think this looks very, very good from what we've seen in the gameplay.
Yes.
They're not able to capitalize on the fandom, right, that you are in Resident Evil 2. And there's definitely about $50 being added into that Resident Evil 2 Collector's Edition just for hype and hype alone. And that's why we are not buyers on that Collector's Edition.
I think if that Resident Evil Collector's Edition had been $150, I think I would have bought it.
It's certainly a lot more of a approachable price for that.
Yes.
Especially when you look at the 12-inch figure.
Yeah.
Because, you know, as the figures get bigger, they get more detailed, they get... You know,
Well,
they start
much
to
more expensive.
be more expensive. So you can certainly make the argument that at $150 that might be worthwhile.
Absolutely.
But again, when you look at what you're getting here for just $30 extra, you actually have pretty decent value in this collector's edition. And I do want to support the collector's editions that I think add value to the game and add value for us as consumers as well.
Yes.
You know, so it's just not like, hey, we're going to say, hey, whatever price you put on it, we're going to buy it, you know, and just throw money at it just because we're fans of the game.
That's bullshit.
This actually delivers.
One more time, I want to reiterate this because I know we have some viewers that watch this, and they do take what we say pretty much to heart on some of this stuff. So one more time, I want to make this very well known to our viewers, very well known to anyone out there that's considering buying these collector's editions. Jdog, price
Is what you pay.
value
Is what you get.
very, very important, and I want all of our viewers to start understanding that.
And so when we do our comparisons, guys, the price is something we consider, but we also look at what we're getting, right? And you want to see where you feel that you're getting your money's worth, right?
Absolutely.
And we try to always make every decision we make is say, hey, yes, this looks like it's worthwhile, right? And here we have, for just $30 more, a figure, art book, soundtrack, coins, and a map and a steelbook packaging. Sign my ass up. This is a buy at $90.
I agree. I want to know what everybody's thinking down in the comments. Guys, let us know what you think about the Sekiro Shadows Die Twice Collector's Edition. Do you think it's worth the $90, or are you a pass on this? Like the video if you enjoyed our honest, no BS breakdowns of price versus value here with the Sekiro Shadows Die Twice Collector's Edition. And we'll see each and every one of you right here next time for more content like this.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Good night.
GG, ya plebs.